It is an absolutely heartbreaking story. A young mother senselessly murdered right in front of her baby. The suspected killer is also dead. Now at 3, Brittany Weir joining us live with some new information, I understand, Brittany, on the investigation.
Nicole, yes, a family is mourning the loss of 25-year-old Mariah Sanders after she was shot and killed at an apartment complex here in Richmond Heights. And this all happened right in front of her young 8-month-old daughter. When after an hours-long search, police, they were able to track down that suspected killer, Shamar Summerall, who was found dead after he shot himself. When officers arrived at the apartment complex on Richmond Park East, Sanders was found dead in a back parking lot. Mariah's young daughter sadly sitting in a stroller just feet away from where the brutal murder occurred. Thankfully, the child was not injured. Police were on an all-out manhunt for Shamar. SWAT teams evacuated the apartment building, but didn't find him. A few hours later, Shamar was found dead at South Park in Mayfield Heights from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now, the big question that remains unanswered is what led up to this shooting. The only thing we know is that police are calling this a domestic incident.
Yes, they do know each other, but I can't get into the specifics because we still have a lot to uncover as to why and how this happened. Mayor Thomas here in the city of Richmond Heights and all of our citizens are praying for that family.
And as for that 8-month-old little girl, she has been reunited with her family. Thankfully, she was uninjured. But coming up at 4, hear from a man who witnessed this entire tragedy. Live in Richmond Heights, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
And when we do stories like this, we always like to remind you, if you or someone you know is suffering with suicidal thoughts, call 988 for help. That is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline in Ohio. Someone is available to speak with you 24/7. And if someone you know or perhaps you are in a domestic violence situation, there is help available for you as well. Call 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-7233. There is also someone there available to speak with you 24/7.